Today we are keeping it simple with a cheesy mince pasta.
Let's start with the veggies. We are going to need 1 yellow onion, half a green bell pepper, half a red bell pepper, a couple of red chilies, a green chili, 6 to 7 garlic cloves, and about 100 grams of coriander leaves. My son's Joel preparing his weapon for the battle ahead. Finely chop the onion and set aside. Let's do the same for the red and green chilies, making sure it's really fine so that we reduce the risk of biting into it later. Next, finely chop the coriander leaves and set aside. Suhail got really creative with this next bit. We decided to show our love in the form of a heart and an arrow to all of our supporters, and for those who haven't, clearly you need to hit that follow and like button. Into a hot pan, throw in about 100 grams of butter and some olive oil. Butter burns really fast, so try and get the olive oil in there quite quickly. Into the hot butter with the finely chopped garlic, red and green chilies, and get to mixing. Make sure the garlic doesn't burn. Next, throw in 500 grams of mince. You can use any type of mince you like. I am of course using steak mince today, but yeah, this recipe can work with lamb mince or chicken mince as well. Once the mince is browned, throw in a teaspoon of coarse salt. Add in half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon cumin powder, half a teaspoon black pepper. Let's throw in a teaspoon of barbecue spice, half a teaspoon red chili powder, and finally about a teaspoon of paprika. Mix well and cook with the lid on for about 5 minutes on medium. Throw in a bay leaf together with the onions, the red bell pepper, green bell pepper. Give that a mix and cook for about 5 minutes. Next, we're going to throw in about 50 grams of tomato paste. We're going to mix that in, close the lid, and cook for a further 5 minutes or so. Next, throw in about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Mix in the mayonnaise really well, and then cook for a further 2 minutes. Into a mug with a stock cube, throw in about 300 milliliters of water and mix it all together. Add in the stock, mix well, making sure the stock, mince and spices are combined. Then on with the lid and simmer. The aroma coming out this pan is making me hungry. Let's get started with the pasta. Into boiling water, add in a bit of olive oil and about a teaspoon of coarse salt. Then add in your pasta. I am using rigatoni, but you could use a pasta of your choice. Let this boil for about 10 minutes until al dente, not forgetting to save a bit of pasta water for the mince. We are almost done. Throw in the coriander leaves, the cooked pasta, as well as some of that pasta water, and let's mix it all together. On with the lid and simmer for about 5 minutes. This is looking really good. Let's add in about 200 grams of cheese, and then we are going to top that off with about half a teaspoon of Italian herbs. Close the lid, switch off the stove, and allow the cheese to melt. We are finally done and ready to plate. All this cooking has made me oh so hungry. Guys, I wish you could smell this. Damn, it's good. Let's taste this bad boy. The melting cheese and mince combination is divine. My son Sahal with his stamp of approval.